Hola. So during my little social media hiatus, I was watching a couple of movies. So I would like to do reviews on that. And I feel like I wish I was doing this before because I think I would have done this over my books too that I have read. So I think I'll make it a thing. Maybe I'll be talking about the things that I read and the things that I watch, basically. So I think that way it's like I can connect the two things that I love the most, like creating and also my hobbies, which is reading and also watching like very traumatizing films. Warning, I only watch like very traumatizing stuff and very traumatizing, I read traumatizing books. So like if that's not your forte or it's not something that you like, I don't know. Like I feel like the last time I read something great was like something love story related was probably Colin Hoover, and then she had those problems and people were canceling her and stuff. So problematic. But Reminders of Him is coming out apparently, and I kind of wanna, there was before you and there was during you, but I never thought there would be an after you. Yeah, that book broke me. And now there's a show. I mean, there's a movie coming out. Like it's like when watching it ends with us. Like what? Actually, like I feel like reading it was so much worse, honestly. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're gonna be talking about The Housemaid, starring Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried. These are my favorites, and Michelle. Oh, aka Massimo, of course, and that other guy who I don't know, but he was hot. But like, was he though? Like, I'm kind of like tying him to his character a little bit because like he was hot, but like, side eye a little bit, right? Okay, so basically, I just want to review it from my perspective because I want to psychoanalyze it with you guys, the show. So honestly, I wrote it down, of course, because my brain. So I'm gonna refer to them according to their character names. I don't know if I should say Sydney or Millie, but I feel like I should refer to them to the character names because it's not them. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I feel like what is this that I write? Oh, Nina. Okay. Basically, so Nina, who was the wife of Andrew, to be honest, going into the film, like okay, honestly, first thoughts going watching the film, I think people hate on Sydney Sweeney a little bit too much. Don't attack me, but I think people attack her a little bit too much, especially when it comes to her acting. I feel like she's a great actor. I wouldn't say she's Denzel or something, but I think she is a good actor, and I enjoy watching most of her films. Like, I feel like she kind of upgraded herself from being Cassie from Euphoria to going into these diverse roles like The House Help, Immaculate, and what other show about her that I've watched a couple of movies that she starred in, but I've watched Immaculate, and I feel like when I watched Immaculate, it kind of changed my view on her, like completely. Like I didn't see Cassie in that movie. Like I really was like, wow, she does have range. But I feel like the hate is kind of forced, especially when it comes to the movie part. But I do get why she does get hate because of her political views, and everybody. I mean, I don't like her because of her political views, to be honest. But I will not deny that her movies are nice. Like, it's like how people hate Nicki Minaj's political views, but they still stream her music and they love her no matter what. But like her political views are like, and her kind of her morals, I'll be like, oh, but like, you stream her music because you're like, I'm separating the artist with the art. And I feel like some people can't do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off by saying that like I feel like she's judged too hard, like they judge her a little too harshly when it comes to her acting, and I think she is a great actor. And in this movie, again, she did an amazing job because honestly, I did not see things coming. So like a what the fuck moment. I feel like because what the fuck was that? Like whoa. Because even the way the movie started out, and I feel like even the character Millie, to be honest, her getting hired despite she was in jail and she lied about it, and the family looked wealthy. They looked wealthy as hell and do background checks, like she had said when she was speaking. I feel like she should have been a little more suspicious too, because the family does look like it does background checks. And what do you mean you got the job? You know what I mean? Like there are things like that. And like also when she got in and like Nina was gaslighting her a lot. Like when she kept gaslighting her, and then her being like, "Oh, she knows I need this job. That's why she's whatever." And the thing is, I feel like I understood her in that point because sometimes you need something so bad, like you need it to survive. So you literally try to push through and live through it. But sometimes I don't think it's worth it. To be honest, it's not worth your sanity because I mean, for her, it turned out great in the end, sort of, but like it doesn't turn out great for everybody. Sometimes a situation needs to be left. And I also kind of like the character Nina, I also kind of don't respect her for what she did, but also I kind of do respect her because it was like, it was give what she did was giving like more better you than me, like, type of situation, which I get because the guy was literally a masochist. Like, is it masochist or masochist? Masochist, potato. But he was literally like an abusive, masochistic man, like narcissist. Like what other word? Like put every word in there. Like he was that basically, and like he tortured her psychologically and physically. Because what do you mean? Because she didn't get her roots done, you lock her in an attic room for days with just water and a bucket to like what do you like I and then you tell her like the only way you're gonna come out is like if you pluck out 100 hairs on your head. Like and I need to see the and he wanted to see the roots. Like they have to be intact. Like the root had to be intact. That was insane. And she did it. Like when she finally gave in and did it, then it was like, oh, a few hairs didn't were missing the root. What? So she had to do it all over again. That is enough to drive somebody crazy. I don't know. Like to be honest, that's where I'm like I kind of get her because like what do you mean every time I'm being locked in? And then later when she passes out, he puts the daughter in like a tub and like blames her for like trying to drown the daughter and end her life. So that he can spin like he spin the I feel like he's like the perfect textbook definition of like a narcissistic abusive man because he literally was making sure that no one would believe her by doing that because honestly who would believe a woman who tried to drown her daughter and like when you're asking her like the husband called and pretended like he didn't know what's happening and the thing is why wouldn't they trust him? Like I feel like Andrew was the perfect depiction of like how those abusive masochistic narcissistic egotistical red pill I most of the time red pill men are worshipped in the society. I feel like it is that way because you can find the most red pill guy who is the most horrible human being in the world, literally does the worst, someone who is literally the worst human being ever to exist. And people are praising him. And even I remember Nina's friends were there like, oh, her husband is such a dear. I don't know how he puts up with her crazy, whatever. What? Like, you don't know. And like the thing is it's like this movie kind of teaches a lot because it also teaches you as well like you never like the grass is not always green on the other side and it's always like you should never want what somebody else has because you really don't know like generally you really don't know because they were praising him and saying he was the best husband in the world while she was literally losing her mind. He's putting her on antipsychotic. She was like breaking down and everything. Like he literally like ruined her. And she was like, you know what? I would have rather been broke. There's some things where it's like, you know what? I'd rather be broke and struggling than this. Because even the way he was talking to her when she wanted to ever leave, he's like, where would you go? Like, you want to go back to being broke, like to your poor life, like that horrible life. To be honest, I feel like being broke and having like a subpar life is better than living under an abusive person. Like, I honestly, 100%, like it's better to struggle because it will get better eventually. If it doesn't, well, I don't know about your relationship with God, but like for me, I believe it will get better rather than staying in a situation that literally does not serve you and just causes you pain like the whole time. And also going forward again also for okay the thing that I don't respect that she did was bringing in another woman to experience that so she can get out. That part I didn't respect because why are you trying to make somebody else solve your problems? You kind of okay. I know she did not anticipate that ever happening, and nobody ever anticipates. I'm not trying to victim blame. Nobody ever anticipates that would ever happen in their lives. No one would ever anticipate that they would be with an abuser. That the person that they fell in love with turns out to be this psychotic person, this psychotic human, like this psychotic demon actually. Like no one ever anticipates that the person that they want to spend the rest of their lives with would end up being a psychotic demon. And the thing that makes them snap is like roots, bruh. Like you would never anticipate it. And the thing is, it's like I think some people might look at it like, oh, like she could have just gotten her roots done. But the thing is, it was not even just about the roots because if you look at Millie, she dropped the china, right? She dropped the china because she was shocked by the gardener guy. What's his name? Enzo, because of Enzo. Like Enzo shocked her, so she dropped the china and it broke. She dropped the china by accident. Like, and I feel like even the writers probably did that on purpose because maybe you might be like, oh, the roots, she could have just gotten her roots done. You know, those apologists, like abuse apologists, be like, she would have just done her roots or whatever. But like, okay, how about the china? She was genuinely like shocked and dropped it. It wasn't her fault, and then she went ahead and picked it up. Like, I feel like this movie is really great, and even the book is really great because it showed you like a person who's abusive, narcissistic, like they are just that. There's nothing you can do because she went as far as to pick it up, like as to pick it up and put it in a bag at least so that for somebody to fix. But he came back and was like, "You didn't wash it." What? What do you mean? Like, and then he started like the chant that he kept saying, like when he says something, it's like having blah 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 is a privilege. Like having nice teeth is a privilege. Having this is a privilege. Or when the daughter of when Nina's daughter was telling Millie like having juice is a privilege. Whatever, you can't drink it in a bad glass, something like that. Like that. Whoa. Like okay, I get it, it is a privilege, but like when they kept chanting it like it's a mantra, that was where I got scared and I was like whoa, because going into the movie watching it the whole time it was really creepy. And then if we skip over to the doll part, the doll scene with the dollhouse where the doll was moved from sitting at the table to being in the attic. Bruh, honestly, I don't know how. Like, okay, I understand how like Millie didn't pick up on things, but me, I would have been gone. Like I know you have a record and everything, but I would have been gone. I would have figured it out. Like hell no, like that was not worth it. And even what he made her do, like making her like you know, herself, like to do that to herself 21 times because the china broke in 21 pieces, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. What? Like on a human body, or I'm not letting you out. And then he came in pretending to be sweet, bro. Bro, like, I feel like this movie just made me more afraid of men. Like, more afraid of men. I feel like my fear of men increases every single day by day, every time I read, every time I watch, every time I experience the real world. I'm just scared. Like, I'm terrified of men every single day because you never know what to expect with these demons. Like, to be honest, like it's a scary time to be alive right now, and I feel like I am glad for movies like this that shed light on it because it's very terrifying. And if we also go back to the character, like let's say Enzo, right? To be honest, I found him annoying. Like he's so hot, but I found him annoying. And also, I'm problematic, but I was like, when is he gonna take his clothes off? Like, like generally, I was like, when is he gonna take his clothes off, or who is he having an affair with, or something like that? Because I feel like even before they kind of led it to be like to look like Nina was kind of having an affair with him or something. That's why like, or maybe that's just me and my dirty brain. But that's what I thought was happening, maybe like But like I never anticipated for Andrew to be like this. That's sadistic. Like I didn't anticipate him to be that sadistic. Like when he started talking and the tone he was using, and he was a dead ass. Like that was terrifying. Like, guys, if you watch this movie, I hope you were as terrified as I was. And the thing is that's scarier than anything ever is that they are men like this in this world. There are people like this. This writer didn't just take this out of their keister. This is like something that really happens. Like people actually go through this. This is somebody's life right now. There's someone is like you might like as we're living every day, I think about it and I'm like, there's somebody in an attic right now. Someone is kidnapped. Someone is getting, I don't think I can say those words here, but like bad things are happening to people everywhere as we're speaking, as where you are. So I think it's good to be thankful to God as well for like any situation you're in. You could be broke, you could be having the worst time of your life, but like I think it's good to remember that I'm not trying to undermine your experience or undermine your, your struggles, but like there's always worse. like it could always be worse. I feel like that's the mantra I go by, especially when I watch these movies and read these books. Like it's a mantra that I have that's like it could always be worse. Like no matter what I think I'm going through right now, it could always be worse. Like cuz he painted her to look like this psychotic crazy woman while he was literally driving her insane. Like he was driving her insane. And even for Millie, seeing that, and she started questioning it in a way like this amazing man and this lady who's losing her mind. Like, why are they even together? Why, he should just spare himself. Why does he even stay with her? She's crazy, whatever. But I feel like if she was smarter, she would have thought, like, if she's crazy, why is she crazy? Is the man possibly driving her crazy? But I feel like it's harder to think that way, especially the way he was portraying himself and the way he made himself look, which he did smartly. Like, I mean, narcissistic people are very smart, like they're very smart. And I feel like he was kind of like, I don't know if he was a psychopath or a sociopath, I don't know, but I feel like also his trauma, he kind of passed it on and kept it going from his mother, because his mother calling him beautiful boy. Ew. I'll never be the mama's boy. I'm sorry. Like, you can love your mom, but like I feel like some boy moms, I don't know. Like, if you're a mama's boy, like, love your mom, but don't be a mama's boy, because what the hell do you mean you're calling Harry my beautiful? Like, did you already file a divorce papers, my beautiful boy? Nigga, what? Like, it shows clearly like this woman worshipped him, and I feel like maybe those methods were also used on him, so he's passing them on to and doing them to her. Or maybe worse, or maybe it's worse. Like his late dad used to do that to his mom, so he thought it was the norm. Because most of the times, a lot of children tend to inherit things that they've seen in their households. Like they think that's the normal. So I don't know if it's the mom who used to do that to him, or maybe the dad used to do that to the mom, and that's why it's like their norm. Because even at the end of the movie, the mom was like, "You let her dress like that. Something is a privilege. Like something is like I forgot." Like I forgot what she said exactly, but it was like some having whatever is a privilege, and I was like, oh, it's from you, like family trauma. Oh, that's why he's like that. It's you guys. And I feel like a lot of things stem from like family trauma, and I feel like that's why people should stop having kids if you're traumatized. Like, why would you have a kid and then traumatize it, so now your kid is traumatizing other people? Like, people out here healthy and they're getting traumatized, because I'm pretty sure Millie and Nina are traumatized. Like, they have PTSD because of this man. Like, they'll never be the same. And even I think her daughter Cecilia, her name is Cecilia, right? Yeah, Cecilia was also traumatized, because even saying having juice is a privilege, something like that, that means he was trying to pass that on to her as well. Like, what? Like, his sadistic ways. And I feel like, even like I had said before, grass isn't always greener. And I feel like for Millie, maybe she really thought like her thinking, like, first of all, it also showed like if a man, like, first of all, it showed infidelity. Like, if a man is so willing to cheat on his wife that fast, I don't know, man. Like Millie thought that she'd have a happy ending. Nothing ever comes that easy. Like, girl, like, you really think like like, listen, you literally sleep with your boss who is married, right? And because his wife is kind of crazy, whatever, and you hook up with him, right? Okay. And then he kicks his wife out so fast because of you, right? And then you think like, oh, now I'm the woman of the house. Now I'm the, like, I feel like on that part, I'm kind of like, she got what's coming to her a little bit. Like, not being an enabler or whatever, but she got what's coming to her. And like, because what do you mean you thought it would be that easy? Like, and honestly, to be honest, when it comes to cheating, I feel like no one is ever fully happy when you cheat or you are involved in infidelity in any way. Because I'm like, I don't think you can benefit off of somebody's tears. Like, you really can. Like, if we're being honest, like, somebody else is crying because of you. And you think that you're gonna have a happily ever after. I don't know. There's some people out there. They have their happily ever after, even after after being with someone's man and being homewreckers. They have the happily ever after, and props to them. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, people are never happy. And the thing is, I feel like if the way you get them is the way you lose them. And I feel like even if Andrew didn't turn out to be like a sadistic, creepy man, I feel like he would have eventually done the same thing to her if she decided to get help. And the fact that also with the cooking, and he's like, oh, he doesn't like my cooking or whatever. And turns out she actually used to love cooking and everything. And then it was him who made her not like it. Like, whoa. All I'm gonna say about this movie is I was proper. I wouldn't say, okay, trauma level scale. If we're gonna trauma level scale it, I would rate it 5 out of 10 because I've seen worse, like way worse. Like I would recommend you watch the Berlin Syndrome, please. Like I think I would want to do a review on it, but it's so traumatizing. I don't know if YouTube would actually let me do it, but I will recommend a few films. Like watch the Berlin Syndrome. Please watch Blink Twice. Please watch The Lurker, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the picture here in case I'm wrong. The Lurker. Please watch. The Lurker also kind of fucked up a little bit, but it was like fucked up in a good way. I feel like I will review that as well. So I'm just mentioning these in case I do not review them in the future. So, but if I do, that's great. If I don't, then just in case. I feel like those are top three movies that I would recommend for you to watch right now because I feel like they properly like did some, you know, yeah. Oh yeah. Also the Deliverance. The Deliverance, if you like some kind of like type of movies. But I think for the rest, I will have to go through my list again because I think I forgot a couple. But I did watch some very traumatizing movies that kind of like were like, what the hell did I just watch? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my little review. Hope you like it. My thoughts are all over the place, by the way. So if you're looking for somebody professional who's gonna go like break by break, nah. I'm the person who was like, I have a ADHD mindset. I said I don't have ADHD, but I do have an ADHD mindset whereby I like say everything that's coming into my mind, like at that time. So you have to bear with me. And yeah. Anyway, bye.